everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Jones's Falcons going up against Cook's Saints. With that, we'll send you out to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, and we'll check in with the two men calling the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A gain of 6 there on first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. All right, let's look at the offense. Devontae Freeman, this is a guy that you wanted to talk about, so take it away.
Brandon, have you seen a running back play with such joy as well as such fury? I love the way he runs the football and attacks defenses.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. On second down, here's Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's complete to Lewis. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. We saw 5 receivers out there. 3rd down from that distance. You had to think quick pass. They were able to get it done. No doubt about it. Everything went quickly on that play. The processing, getting the ball out, getting it to the proper target, and picking up the first down. Hard to defend. Maybe your only hope is get your hands in the passing lane on the pass rush and try and bat it away. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. On the carry, it's Kuhn, the fullback. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
And the D looking like they may blitz. first and goal at the 3-yard line now. Now the pitch comes to Ingram. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's third and goal. Breeze now on third and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flater from 3 yards out, and the Saints have taken the early lead. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as Atlanta gets set to go again on the offensive side, before the game, you and I talking about the Georgia Dome, surprisingly getting one more game in front of those home fans thanks to Green Bay's win over Dallas.
Yeah, I don't think they truly expected it, and that's one of those added bonuses, right? You get one more in front of the home fans, one more time with your routine at home as you play the most important game of the season, the NFC Championship game. But I do know this. Our colleague Ulysses, no one happier than him to have one more game in the Dome as he is a monster Falcons fan.
Falcons hoping to make their second Super Bowl. They lost in Super Bowl 33 to Denver. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays. Brandon, I remember going through the draft process last year, and one of the things I liked so much about Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys was how hard he played when he didn't have the football in his hands. And then I thought back to myself, that's Devontae Freeman. He can do it all. Run it, catch it, block. You name it, he does it, and he does it at a really big-time pace.
Quite a tandem with Tevin Coleman. They combined for 102 rushing yards against Seattle, also 102 receiving yards. Drops it off for Coleman. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those 4th down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows that's where he has to make his living, and that's where he has to make plays to help his team. And no one is asking him to do anything more or less than do exactly what we saw there.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones.
As you look back over the 2016 season, seeing Julio Jones against Carolina is definitely going to stick out in your mind, isn't it?
Oh, he was unbelievable.
300 yards worth of receptions that day. And you just wonder, when he's on, can anyone defend him? And now, the Green Bay Packers have to figure out how to defend Julio Jones in the NFC Championship game.
He scored again against Seattle. He also has other options as well that have stepped up. Hooper at tight end, Mohamed Sanu, Gabriel. So some weapons making it hard to double-team him.
Hard to double-team him, and then, of course, you can always have the two-headed monster in the backfield, Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman, that can hurt him as well. The Atlanta Falcons are high-powered on offense.
A gain of 6 there on first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And a short gain down to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Third and 2. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Freeman again. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
Hey, let's go.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. This will be caught at about the 5. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he knocks it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. throwing on first down is Breeze. Left side and caught by Flainer. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Throwing now is Breeze. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Mike 50.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. And his throw is incomplete. Well, we've got a few seconds here. The playoffs in the NFL, chance to discuss those. Divisional round, a lot of excitement, more so than the wild card round.
Without a doubt, because think about the wild card round. All the home teams held. The games weren't that compelling, nor were they that close. Divisional round, though, we had people losing at home. Dallas lost at home. Kansas City lost at home. And the games, all exciting, seemingly coming down to the last series in each and every one of them.
And kickers playing a huge role in the Kansas City-Pittsburgh game. And Mason Crosby, of course, one of the heroes in that Green Bay victory. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation shows for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's got time. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Breeze now to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer, 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And big problems getting the play out, obviously. This will be a delay. So the D-line's going to spread out. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. On second down, here's Breeze. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And he was able to find a very soft spot in that zone coverage.
I love that term, Brandon. That soft spot where you find the open area, set up, and catch the football before the hard collision comes afterwards.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Brooks Reed with a tackle. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Opposite. Ready. Easy.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. A toss play left. There goes Mark Ingram. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And ready now for 2nd and 9. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Now Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing now is Breeze. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 27 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A lot of time there, partner, in the protected pocket, and he was able to deliver.
The guys protecting the passer have allowed him plenty of time to go through his progressions and find open receivers.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
First and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Paul Kruger in there to get him for a loss of 5. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Now it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
It'll be a gain of 9, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Finding time. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Yeah, here now come the Falcons. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so it looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Deep drop. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Ten yards to go on 3rd. On 3rd down, Ryan surveying the field. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. Dancing to his left. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
It's complete. Flater, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flater, 26 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan connects with Sanu right side. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He's got time in the pocket. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. In the red zone this time. Again, Ryan. That's caught at the 2. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get him.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock, as you noted? So many things to go through.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And they'll bring him down after. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Defense showing blitz. Bree's going to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Breeze. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And Cooks has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Breeze to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when you're white. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw, Breeze. It's complete. Fleener, right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. To throw is Breeze. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. They come out here in the I. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick here is good. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.